Well, hey there, everybody. I guess I'm just going to wait till some people start showing up and then we will start. Just had to make sure everything was working properly and that we got everything going. Oh, one moment. We'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. Just had to go grab my phone and turn it on vibrate because I don't want it ringing in the middle of the stream because that would be rude. So I guess we're just going to wait a little bit, see if anybody else shows up. And oh, hello. Let me just respond here. Hello. Welcome. So we'll give it about another 5 minutes until the official start time. Want to make sure that everybody's here who's going to be here reasonably before we start reading the questions and giving up the answers. Oh, it's Kit. Hi. I'll go ahead and put that in chat so everybody knows. Yes, it is my real name. Yep, Kit is my real name. Hello. Elizabeth, is that how you say your name? It's Kit. I'm out right now. So just here to say hi to everybody and celebrate 100 subscribers. I really appreciate all you guys so much. and all the support that we've gotten. It's such a huge deal for us. We're really excited. Okay, cool. I will remember that. Thank you. Yeah, I just, we wanted to do this because we're super excited. We got 100 subscribers, and we're really feeling all the support from everybody. And it's just it's awesome because we really want to get the message out there and help educate people. So it's a really big deal for us. Oh, that's fine. Go ahead, work on your paper. Nothing wrong with that. So in 2 more minutes, we'll go ahead and officially start. Just want to wait and make sure everybody's here who's going to be here. But if anybody wants to talk or ask anything in the meantime, go ahead. Oh, and apologize if you can hear the dogs downstairs barking. There's some sort of noise outside and they don't know what it is, so they bark at it because they're dogs and they're silly. How did you make your introduction? Well, you mean like the introduction for this video or the introduction in general? Oh, the video intro? I just said, hey, everybody, and, you know, this is celebrating 100 subscribers, and this is the Q&A video, so I can answer everybody's questions that we got sent. And, anybody else who wants to answer questions will be out here if they decide they want to be out here. I really do never know exactly who's going to show up. It's always an interesting day. Any other questions or anything before we get started? No? Okay. Well, let us begin. I have this handy dandy little sheet of questions. And is anyone co-conscious? Yeah, actually, quite a few people right now. I'm not really 100% sure who all is co-conscious with me right now. I can definitely feel that Berserker is there, Marie is there, and Jeremy is there. And I think some of the kids are sitting in on this too. But other than that, it gets kind of hard to tell sometimes. Because, there are quite a lot of us. It can be a little difficult to figure out who's sitting next to me while I do things. But let us begin with these here wonderful questions. All right, so the first question was from you, Dan, and that was, what's your opinion on different plurality systems than to DID? So personally, just me, my opinion is that I see nothing wrong with it. Everybody's got their own way of functioning and living. Nothing bad there. I definitely think that because DID is a disorder, that it definitely needs its own separate space because the experiences of people with DID and OSDD are so different from other people who live with different kinds of multiplicity, whatever kind that might be. Oh, are you asking how many people in total? Because there's close to 1,000 of us, to my knowledge. A lot of people are fragments, so they're usually not out. They mostly deal with inside stuff for very specific instances. But yes, there are about 1,000 of us total. But back to the question about different types of plurality, I see nothing wrong with people living however they want to live, as long as everybody's cool. Nothing wrong with that. But I definitely think DID and OSDD need their own space because they are a disorder and, dysfunction in your life and things like that. And basically, it kind of needs to have its own support group kind of thing as opposed to other types of multiplicity out there, whatever there may be. I'm not really well read on all of that. But yeah, I mean, if other people out there are living with different kinds of multiplicity, that's fine. And however they choose to deal with that is fine as long as nobody's getting hurt. Just, leave the DID and OSDD spaces to the people with the ID and OSDD to get help, and don't flood comment boards and stuff with other stuff that could potentially be unhelpful. That's really my whole thought. But the next question was, how could I, specifically me, Kit, manage school if you had so much time loss? So that was really tricky a lot of the time. Basically, it was that whoever happened to be out for class, whatever day, generally handled that thing unless, surprise, somebody else was out and then, well, they didn't really know exactly what to do, but they kind of just faked it until they made it. Me personally, I missed big chunks of school, especially my junior year of high school. We had a lot of stress and a lot of really bad stuff going on that year. So I missed a lot of stuff, but we kind of just stitched together what we could, and I still managed to pull a 3.9 GPA in high school and in college. So obviously, we were doing something right. Well, I'm glad that the answer makes sense. Awesome. All right, so our next question was, how often would you say you switch in a day? Are you able to go about your day effectively while others are out, or are you debilitated? Well, how often the switching happens, I guess it would really depend. I mean, it's different from day to day. It really depends on how much stress there is, how many different triggers there are in the environment, what's going on. Typically, I would say there's probably maybe one switch a day, maybe every other day, but there's always a lot of people co-conscious with me, so that kind of makes it confusing sometimes. But back before therapy, there was a lot of switching. I was missing days and hours and months and years, and it was all very confusing and it was very debilitating at the time. With therapy, it's become a lot easier to manage because I have a lot better communication with the others, at least in the front layer of our system. So we can really talk about stuff and, share information back and forth. So I'm not completely lost if somebody was out and I wasn't aware. So it's become a lot less debilitating now, but it definitely can be stressful even now. Well, we appreciate that, Dan. Thank you. Um, yeah, it's just, like I said, I think it's probably best to keep DID in its own realm just because of the different needs and experiences, but we really appreciate that. Okay, let's see. So the second question was for me specifically, or sorry, the fourth question was for me specifically, and it was, at what age were you when you started hearing the voices that made you think you were going crazy? I was 21 years old, physically, our body, and mentally, me. I was 21 years old at the time, and this was right before my daughter was born. And I thought I was losing my mind and that I was hearing voices and I was crazy and they were going to throw me in the loony bin and throw away the key. Yeah. So it was not really the best time ever. But I went and sought out therapy, did lots and lots of testing for months and months, and got a DID diagnosis and was like, hey, well, now what do I do with that? And then things started to kind of make more sense as I learned more about it. And I talked with family and friends that I still have contact with, because our family I'm not in contact with because they're not very nice people. But I talk to them and they're like, "Oh, hey, that makes so much sense given all of these different things we've seen over the years. We always just thought you were really moody and forgetful." I was like, "Oh, okay, thanks, guys." Oh, it's not a lamp light, it's a video lighting so that you guys can all see me because otherwise it would be really, really dark in here. Because I have super hardcore blackout curtains and I can't open them. There is a large piece of wood. No, it's not on. It's just the light reflecting off it. I promise. If that was on, it would be bright yellow. Is what fake? The lamp? No, the lamp's not fake. It's just not on. Well, yeah, some people can definitely think that even if you don't have DID, that's true. It is, however, a little different when people are telling you, "Oh, hey, sometimes you dress like a punk rocker and sometimes you dress like you're going out on the town to hit the clubs, and other times you dress like prim and proper and preppy." It's very confusing. Oh yeah, it's just a blanket to cover all of that because there's a big chunk of wood in our window because it dampens the sound. Because otherwise, we have a gigantic window and a lot of sound comes in, and it's really, really hard to sleep. Well, hey, it took a long time, Dan, for us to really be open. I mean, we had a lot of experiences with some people who weren't so supportive and weren't so cool about it. But finally, we all just kind of decided that it was more important to us to help people understand, especially since Split and Glass came out and they make us look like crazy serial killers. We're like, okay, we need to start talking about this. There needs to be more information out there so people realize that that's not really what it's like and that we're not all running around murdering people because that's just really messed up. So we figured, now is the time to start really talking about it. But let's cover the last question on here, and then you guys can ask any other questions you want to ask also. Has denial of DID, either from friends or professionals, impacted your healing progress? Yes. We have had some friends who were very heavily in denial. They're not in our lives anymore. And they were really negative about the DID. They either were in denial that it existed at all or treated us like we were a scary, crazy monster. So that really wasn't very fun. Thankfully, we've not run into any professionals who were in denial about the DID. So that has made a huge difference, but it definitely did cause a lot of what we call denial spirals when people would be like, "Oh, there's no way, you have to be faking." And that was where, it was, "Oh god, what if we are faking? What oh no." And then we would freak out and go into a complete spiral, and a lot of maladaptive coping mechanisms ensued and a lot of chaos in the system and a lot of rapid switching, and it was just very bad. But thankfully, with lots of therapy, we've gotten a lot better with that, so it's not as big of an issue for us anymore. Yeah, a lot of people do, Dan, tend to try to keep, any sort of mental health stuff, multiplicity, difference in the way that they live, people being transgender, people, being gay or bi or all that, any kind of thing that's outside the norm. A lot of people feel like they have to keep it on the internet away from the prying eyes of the public because, well, unfortunately, a lot of people are really not very accepting of people being different. And honestly, that's something that we all really hope to see change because, the world should be open to people who are different. Different isn't bad, it's just different. And definitely Glass and Split were serious misrepresentations because first of all, most people with DID are not changing clothes constantly. I mean, that would get really expensive, not to mention exhausting. And generally, when someone else other than the host who everybody's used to seeing is out, they pretend to be the host because the whole point is to not be obvious. The only reason that you see us being obvious here on YouTube is because we're in our home in a safe environment where we feel comfortable doing that. But if you were to run into us on the street, it wouldn't matter who was out, they would pretend to be me. And you probably wouldn't be able to tell unless you knew us really, really well that it wasn't. The only giveaway might be that some people are left-handed, whereas I'm right-handed. I have never seen Iron Fist, so I would not know about that one. I haven't seen The Flash either, but I will definitely check those out. It is true, yes, Beth, they do open up conversation, but the problem is that a lot of people out there think that it's accurate because it plays into the misconceptions that already exist about DID, especially with all the movies that have been put out in the past when it used to be called multiple personality disorder. So it gets people talking about it, but the problem is that a lot of people don't bother to do anything else once they've seen it. They figure, "Oh, okay, now I know about DID," and they just go about their day. A lot of people don't bother to do any research or really learn about it. They just figure, "Oh, okay, now I know what I'm dealing with." Because we have actually run into people who legitimately think that people with DID are going to turn out to be scary axe murderers. So it's unfortunately a really common problem. What I think would have been great is if instead of making him a murderer, they'd had a video, out there of an actor playing someone with DID. Maybe somebody who actually had DID would be nice, but if not, they certainly could have still had it be McAvoy, and that would have been fine. But where it actually showed life with DID and what it can look like without the crazy murderer part. That would have been great. But unfortunately, you know, people like sensational, and a lot of times people like to sensationalize and romanticize mental illness in a way that's really not helpful because like we've heard people say, "Oh, I wish I had DID," and the truth is, no, no, they don't. Not if they had to live with it, they wouldn't. Yeah, I can see how that would be similar, Beth, because definitely having um spina bifida would definitely be a hard one. That people have a lot of misconceptions about that too, from what I've heard from other people. So I definitely can see where you would relate to that. And I mean, really, I don't know why people don't just research. We have the entire internet at our disposal, and most of us carry it around in a little device in our pocket, and we could just look stuff up and find credible sources, but most people don't bother. They're busy doing other things. I'm not really sure what they're doing, but a lot of people just don't bother to look stuff up. And it really would be better if they did. I mean, and I think that a lot of this stuff should be taught in school too, especially like at the high school level, talking about differences in people physically, differences in people psychologically, differences in the way that people look and think and act and feel. I mean, if we could just open up that door and say, hey, there's lots of different people out there and they're not scary and they're not bad. That would be awesome. How do I dream? That's an entertaining question. So I will be sitting there having a dream, going along. And then another system member is dreaming about something else, and suddenly I'm in their dream and I'm watching their dream. And then they're talking to me about what they're dreaming about. And I'm like, oh, hey, look, that's cool. Can we go back to what I was dreaming about? No, no, I want to finish my dream. Oh, okay. So we get a lot of really weird dreams that don't make a lot of sense because we're switching back and forth between who's dreaming. So it can be really awkward. And I'm fairly certain that that means we're probably switching in our sleep when that happens. I'm pretty sure that we're just switching who's out, and that's why. But yeah, it's very confusing. And we also have very, very vivid dreams. Like we wake up going, holy crap, did that just happen for real or was that a dream? It even when it's really crazy, messed up stuff, and you're like, there's no way that's possible, it feels really real when we dream. It's kind of crazy. It's really out there. Yeah, you're right, Beth. A lot of people they just don't think about it because a lot of people take for granted the things that they have. You know, not everybody, obviously. I mean, there are lots of great, compassionate people out there, but unfortunately, there are people out there who just really take for granted the fact that they don't have any major differences that you can see or notice just on the street or, in dealing with somebody. So a lot of people just think, oh, well, everybody must be like me. And, it's a bias that unfortunately people have to work around and learn. It's kind of like how a lot of people automatically assume that everybody they meet is heterosexual, even if that's not true. It's that weird way the brain works for some reason. Oh, well, that's interesting. That's really cool, Dan. So, um, essentially, you just kind of dream separately. Well, that makes sense because you guys have tulpas, whereas we have DID. It just kind of makes things different. Took a nap earlier. Oh yeah, that would be really awkward. We have had that happen. Paradox system. We have had littles switch out in the middle of a nap or bedtime, and that can be really, really jarring and really kind of scary, especially when you wake up in the middle of the night and suddenly, you know, you've been apparently up for a while and somebody's been doing something and you're going what happened, what's going on. Yeah, that's never fun, and especially because a lot of times littles can be really freaked out in the dark in the middle of the night too, or waking up from a dream if it was scary. That I can definitely relate to that. That's no fun. Oh, thank you for the claps, Beth. That's really awesome. Really appreciate that. Yeah, dreaming is an interesting experience with the idea, I do have to say. I am never quite 100% sure what I am going to see when I go to bed. It's really, really quite special. And a good instance I can actually recall where woke up and somebody else had been fronting was I remember once waking up and my husband was looking at me and being like, "Hey, what's going on?" Because apparently Berserker woke up in the middle of the night and she doesn't like being touched, so her response was to get the heck off her. And he was like, "Whoa, okay, I'm sorry, hold on." And then they'd been talking, and then it was me because I woke up and I was like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, she was out. She wanted me to back off, so I did." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, it was special." Yeah, we've had quite a few interesting moments though, where like I remember once I wear earplugs to sleep because I'm very very sensitive to noise, and I'm a very light sleeper. So I remember waking up once and finding my earplugs and all the stuff that I sleep with neatly folded and set on the bed. And I was sitting up doing something. I have no idea what it was, whoever was out was doing, but apparently it was something. No idea how long we were up, though. That is another one. Sometimes I will find stuff on the internet that apparently somebody in here has been doing, and it was, say, 18 hours ago, and that means they were up in the middle of the night doing who knows what. Sometimes it's looking up business articles, which is really weird, but whatever. Oh yeah. Well, I can see why you might wish that. It would be you know no fun if you really couldn't remember any dreams ever. That's kind of no fun. I usually remember pretty much anything I'm dreaming about, and the others usually do too. Not really sure why exactly. Just seems to be the way our brain does things. It's like, hey, let's remember. Alrighty. In fact, a lot of times I like to write, so I will actually write down the things that we dream about, and if it's a cool enough idea, sometimes I turn it into a little short story. Because, why not? Might as well do something with all that creativity buzzing around in there. Does anybody else have any other questions, comments? Open to anything you guys want to say or want to talk about. Because trust me, if we are not comfortable with something somebody asks, we will tell you. So you can ask us anything. Oh, awesome! I'm glad to hear that, Raven. That's really cool. It's always nice to hear that other people are being helped by our channel. I mean, that means a lot because we work really hard to try to be, as educational and helpful as possible. So that's really awesome. And I'm really that it helped your daughter to help one of her friends. That is really, really cool. Does this friend have DID? Okay, so recently diagnosed. Okay. Well, that is awesome that, now got a supportive network going because that's so important. That's so huge. Especially when it's a recent diagnosis, it's really important to have that support network of people who care about you and know what's going on and aren't going to judge you for it. So that's awesome. And Dan, your question was, oh, sorry, Pierre. I'm sorry. Why do we wear hats inside? Oh, it's just comfortable for me. I have fairly curly hair and it tends to not like to cooperate for me for whatever reason. Don't know. Just it doesn't. So I feel more comfortable wearing a hat. Other members of the system don't like wearing them, so they don't. Which is why you will see in our videos and things that a lot of times when I'm out, I'm wearing a hat, and if I'm not, then they're not wearing a hat, and that's usually why. For whatever reason, the other system members can get our hair to cooperate. Don't know why I can't. It's not for lack of trying. But yeah, it's like I was saying though, Raven, it's definitely really, really important to have those supportive people. So, I mean, just kudos to your daughter for being that person for somebody. That's so awesome. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely learn as much as you can and, just be supportive, be there, talk to them, about the fact that, hey, you're safe here, you're safe with us, and, we will help if you need help. Definitely learning about ways to help cope with triggers can be a really, really big step in helping. If you guys haven't already done that, that would be awesome. Just figuring out what kind of things are a big trigger, and helping them through it if something comes up. Because I mean, you can't avoid everything. Unfortunately, anything can be a trigger, and so it's impossible to really avoid them all. But if you know that something is a big trigger, help with some breathing exercises. Remind them of the day, the year, the month, where they are, who they're with. It can really, really help. And definitely feeling loved and valued is so important, especially with the whole system, because everybody needs to feel like they matter as an individual and not just a part or a piece. We really don't like when people say parts when it comes to DID, because it's like we're not parts, we're people. So it's awesome that you guys are being so supportive. Oh, that's really awesome that she asked them to write it down. That is so cool, because yeah, it can definitely be really hard to talk about triggers. It can be really scary. So writing them down can be so much easier for a lot of people. That is awesome. Oh, so you guys don't have triggers, Dan. Okay. Yeah, well that makes sense, because I mean you guys have a different kind of multiplicity going. I mean, it would make sense, at least in my mind, that there wouldn't be triggers there. That makes sense. Yeah, being in high school, that is definitely big, because high school is such a hard time anyway. I mean, you're trying to become an adult and getting ready to go out and be in the big adult world, and you're not really prepared fully for that because you don't really know what you're doing. They really need to give people a manual how to adult. That would be awesome. They need to start teaching classes on like how to take out a home loan and buy a car, because really that's stuff that everybody needs to know how to do if they're going to be a grown up. At some point, they're going to have to buy something. But yeah, high school is so hard. For us, it was uh, it was very confusing. It was not fun. But yeah, that is so awesome. That is just that's amazing. Especially because it's really great to know that people are being diagnosed earlier too. That because that can make such a huge difference in healing, and every individual system member being able to work through their triggers and their individual traumas. It can take a long time to really fully heal from all the bad stuff that a DID system has gone through. I mean, it can take decades. So the earlier that healing can begin, the better. Any advice on how to help from a parental unit's point of view? Um, well, as a parent or parental person, my recommendation would be, you know, offer a listening ear, offer a safe, place to talk, you know, knowing that, hey, there's not going to be any judgment here. Like, say there's something that they're worried about talking about with their counselor. They don't want to go into details, but, they're not really comfortable yet talking about it, because I'm assuming, with the diagnosis, they're seeing somebody. So my recommendation would, be there to bounce ideas off of, be there to listen if, they're having struggles, and, they just need an adult to listen. They need somebody that they know they can come to if there's something going on or if there's a problem, because sometimes talking to a friend's parents can actually be easier than your own parents. I don't know why that is, but sometimes it just really can be, especially, when you're dealing with complex mental health kind of stuff. Yeah, just having that safe person to come talk to can be a huge thing. So definitely just, let them all know that you're there, that you care, that you're listening, and that, if they ever need your help, if they ever need any advice, that you will do your best to help them with that. And I really hope that helps. Hello, the classy penguin. Welcome. But does that help, Raven? Does that cover? Is there any other things you'd like to know more specifically, or is that a good overview? I want to make sure not leaving you in the dark too much here about what to possibly do. Oh, another one. If you can, help your daughter's friend make a grounding box. It's where you take a box and you fill it full of different items that are soothing and help calm the dissociation, so people aren't freaking out, and being triggered out when they're not feeling safe or comfortable. You know, things like um, scented stuff, essential oils like mint can be a really good one because it's a strong smell, can help ground everybody and bring them back and be like, okay, we're safe. It's okay. Nothing bad is happening right now. Um, Textures, you know, interesting feeling textures. The outside of an orange, um, something soft and, you know, cuddly like a teddy bear. You know, whatever it is that makes them feel safe. You know, help them set that up, or even making grounding bracelets. They're little bracelets made of like twine and beads that, you know, they can play with and fidget with to help them feel more comfortable. That would be a good one too, definitely. So later, when we post this as an actual video for everybody to see, for anybody who wasn't able to be here, I will make sure to put down some links at the bottom about grounding techniques and grounding bracelets and stuff like that. Okay. Awesome. I'm glad that I'm helping. I always like to be helpful. Yes, Marie is co-conscious right now. You'll probably notice the random gesturing with the left hand. That's because she's co-conscious. And she is left-handed, whereas I am right-handed. A lot of times when she's co-conscious, you will also notice a lot more, I guess you could call them feminine gestures. I'm not really sure. I mean, there is no right way to be feminine or masculine, but she definitely has a lot more traditionally feminine gestures than I do. So you'll probably notice some of that here or there, especially if she decides she has something she wants to say. Sorry, don't mind the blinking. Just lots of people leaning forward and like, hey, what's going on? What are we doing? So it always, it's a very weird feeling. Like for anybody out there who isn't multiple, or anybody who is, if you can relate, you know, it, a lot of times for us, when there's a lot of people trying to be involved all at the same time, it feels like, you know, that sensation when you have a bunch of people leaning over your shoulder and watching you, and that kind of slightly uncomfortable, crowded feeling. It's kind of like that, only for us, it's in the brain, and that's it's awkward feeling. It really is, but we live with it, and it's just kind of normal at this point. But it's definitely weird, and there is certainly the possibility that somebody else will decide they really want to say something. So just be forewarned. Ugh. Yeah, sorry, guys, just a little switchy with everybody being so high right now up here. So, yeah, lots of people want to know what's going on. Marie said she's open to talking on this video if she wants to. She definitely, certainly will. So, I'm pretty sure she's the one who's pressing forward right now because I can definitely feel that. So, yeah, yeah, I definitely think she probably is going to come talk to you guys here soon because I can definitely feel that switchiness happening here. So don't mind that. If I seem a little off, that's why. Hmm. Hi guys, it's Marie. Yay. I'm gonna come talk now because like y'all are interesting and I want to talk to you. Oh hi. Yeah, like I'm pretty good at just like popping out here, so I'm pretty good at that. Hello. Yeah, I'm like really good at just, I guess, super quick. Yay me. So, hi, Lapis. Oh yeah, you like yeah. I make a lot of like faces and gestures and stuff. It's like, yay. Oh, hi. Yay. It's nice to meet you too. I always like talking to people, so like I'm very social. Yeah, I'm very yay. I make a lot of faces and I talk a lot because well, I like to. Oh, and like oh my god. Anybody out there who likes music, I really love music. So if you guys ever want to like send us suggestions, that's awesome. A Discord server, like I so don't know what that is. I'm like technologically ridiculous. I have no idea how to do like stuff on the computer. That's why I make Kit set it all up and everything. Cause like I don't know what I'm doing. What's a Discord server? Like what is that? Is it like a chat thing? Is that what it is? Is it like a chat or something? Oh, that would be fun. I could do a weekly chat. That would be awesome. I like being out here and talking to people. It's fun. Cause like I like no offense to everybody else I share a head with, but like it gets kind of boring in here sometimes because oh my God, there's so many people. Who handles the technology? Kit usually handles most of the tech stuff because he's like way better with tech, like and whatnot. I mean, sometimes Artie, other Artemis is her like full name, but she's our gatekeeper. She'll handle some of that stuff sometimes because she's like super awesome research robot lady who knows all this stuff about everything all the time. But yeah, mostly Kit. Sometimes Artie handles it, but yeah, I am technologically impaired, like a lot. Like I can't even use our phone half the time. Kit has to like walk me through how to do stuff on our phone. It's really sad. Okay, so it's a chat and discussion area with your subscribers. Okay, well, I will definitely tell Kit to like look into that and like do that later because he might forget because like we're still co-conscious and whatnot, but like sometimes when we switch back and forth, like memories get lost or something. I'm not really sure where they go, but yeah. So I will tell him to look into that and see how to do that because like I don't have any idea how at all. Like I can call people on a phone and I can sort of kind of text people, but that's like really it. I'm really really bad. But yeah, like I really like dancing and movies about dancing and music and like clubs and like exciting fun things that don't involve me sitting and trying to figure out how stuff works because I'm really bad at it. Yeah, I'm so happy to talk to you guys. Oh my god. I love talking to people. Like it is so boring to always have to pretend to be Kit when we're out places cuz like no. The only time that I'm not pretending to be Kit is like if I'm out with Tandy, who is my wifey, and she's part of Kit's husband's system, and we go out and do stuff, but we always make sure to go to places that like Kit and his husband aren't like going all the time, so we're not like recognized and ooh, why are they acting like that? Yeah, that kind of thing. Oh, we have another. Oh, I do like Pitch Perfect because I thought it was so funny. It was hysterical. And I've actually, like, never heard that song, so I can't be offended because I don't even know what it is, but, yeah, I probably wouldn't be offended. I'm pretty easygoing about stuff, like, you'd have to try really hard to offend me. Like, seriously, you would. You'd have to try. Like, pretty much the only thing you could ever do to offend me is, like, call me rude names. That's really it. I mean, I'm pretty, like, whatever about whatever people wanna say or do. I'm like, "Okay, other people are other people, whatever." You know, whatever they wanna say, they can say. I'm cool with that, like, whatever, you know? Yeah, like, oh, one of my favorite movies is, oh my god, what's it called? Step Up, and, like, all of the other Step Up movies. I really love movies where people are dancing because I love to dance, like, I love it so much, but our body is all, like, decrepit and has back problems, so I can't do it as much as I want. But I am so, so much more, like, rhythmic than Kit is. He's like he can't dance. He dances like your stereotypical white guy dances, like the the lawnmower and the shopping cart. Like that's Kit's dancing, whereas I can like club dance. I'm glad you love the sass. I'm very sassy. And yeah, Kit is he's very laid back. He's just like really easygoing. It's kind of chill. Um, can I wear makeup? Oh yeah, I do wear makeup. Like whenever like we're just in the house. And if you're wondering why I'm leaving the glasses on, it's because when Kit comes back, he would be so blind without them. Like I only really need glasses to read, but I leave them on for him. But yeah, I like to do makeup like a lot. Like I like to be pretty and make things look pretty. I've even done Tandy's makeup a couple times, like just like subtle little things, little glitter, you know, a little something on the face, you know, just look pretty. I even bought her, like, a bright pink shirt and bright pink shorts so she could feel more feminine when she's out here. It was so cute. Oh my god. But yeah, I like doing makeup. It's so fun. But, like, obviously, we have facial hair and stuff, so, like, there's only so many places we could go where I'm wearing, like, any real obvious makeup. I can do, like, a little eyeliner and a little sparkle, but, you know, I can't go, like, too out there or people are like, "What? What are you doing?" "Oh, okay. That's fine. You go ahead and go do your yard work." That sounds, like, really sucky, and I'm sorry you have to do yard work, but, yeah, it was really awesome to talk to you, and I'm sure Kit feels the same because he's, like, still sitting here leaning over, and so, yeah, I'm sure he feels the same way, so yay. And we hope to see you guys, like, next time, you know, anybody who has to leave. So, um, I'm trying to learn to be that way, but I find it difficult. What, like, wearing makeup or just being, like, chill? Like trying to be what way? Like, I lost track of what we were talking about. Sorry. So, you said, "I'm trying to learn to be that way, but I find it difficult." Yeah, like, are you talking about, like, makeup or just, like, not caring what other people think? Or I'm confused. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's, like, not easy for a lot of people. Like, people get really, like, self-conscious and, like, about stuff. It's normal, I promise. Like, even I sometimes get, like, a little awkward about certain things, but, like, I just don't let it be a big deal. I just like, I guess my way of handling it is to just be like, "Hey, does it matter what other people think, or does it matter what I think?" You know, like, is this any of their business? Is this their thing to, like, control or have power over? If it's not, then I'm just like, "Whatever. They can think what they want." So, like, maybe that'll help, I guess. Just, like, look at it as does it really matter if they think that? Like, is it really important or not? You know, like if it's somebody that you really care what they think, then like talk to them or whatever. But yeah. Oh, awesome. Yay. So definitely we'll have Kit talk to you about that, Pierre, about how to like set up Discord stuff because like I don't know how to do that. Yeah, like just being like chill and letting stuff roll off your back is like it's I guess a skill and like not everybody in our system like can do that. Like I think that's part of my job, I guess. I'm just like I'm the fun one, you know. My job is like dealing with stress and handling it and being okay. So like I'm just really good at being okay with whatever is going on because we do have some people who are like really sad, like really depressed, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to hug you. But they don't always like hugs, so I'm just like, okay, well, I'll just go be happy for both of us, and then like maybe some of it'll like rub off on you, and you'll feel better. And I don't know. I'm really just trying. Awesome. We'll send you an email. Yay, emails. That is one thing I actually do know how to do. I can send an email because like all I gotta do is type and then hit the send button. Can you share memory with the other? Yes, we can share memories, but like only certain kinds of memories. Like we kind of have like a sort of what would you call that? It's like a big bunch of stuff that everybody can access. Like oh, Kit said you call it like a data bank. But yeah, like we have one of those, and so if like say somebody was gone, they can be like, "Hey, what did I miss?" And we'll be like, "Oh yeah, we did this and this and this and this." But if there was like bad stuff going on, then like no, we're not sharing that because no, no, sorry. Mm-mm. Whoever was dealing with it and they've got it and they handled it, so it's fine. So we don't share that. Sometimes it does kind of start to like, I guess, trickle down. And then other people, like Kit, will get memories from other people sometimes that are like really messed up and sad and stuff. And don't don't really like that. That's not really fun. But yeah. Oh my god, my leg is going to sleep. Oh my god. Okay. I adjusted my position. I'm better now. Yeah, it can definitely get confusing figuring out whose stuff is whose. Like that is not a fun thing. Like it's like, wait, who did this on that day? Oh yeah, it was you. And then who did this other thing? Oh yeah, you did that. Okay. Keeping track is exhausting. And I'm glad that it's not my job. That is Artie's job. She gets to keep track of everybody who's out and everybody who does everything and all that stuff. And I don't have to deal with it. Yay, me. Because I have to deal with stress and I don't need to deal with like bookkeeping and stress. That would be like way too much to do. Yeah, like if you guys saw the video with Artie in it, she's like super I don't even know how would you like phrase that and not be rude. She like doesn't have emotions like at all. Like she's just like all thinking and brain, like no feelings. And like not saying that like to be mean, like she literally doesn't feel feelings. So I guess that makes her really good at handling all the bookkeeping stuff. I don't know. But yeah. So I guess like everybody's got their own job and like everybody's good at that and everybody's kind of like made for their job. But we actually have had people who like switched jobs. Like cuz whatever they used to do they didn't need to do anymore. Like, I actually switched jobs because I actually used to deal with like certain parts of like adult physical intimacy. Like, I'm being careful how I say this because like I don't know if anybody under 18 watches the channel or anything, but like, yeah, I used to handle certain parts of that. And then when Kit got like okay with that and could deal with it, then I started dealing more with just specifically the stress stuff. So yeah, like people can change jobs. No, she's not a cyborg or a robot. She's just like she's like a librarian. Like all about the knowledge and all about that kind of stuff. Like the way she looks inside, she has like those, you know, those like librarian glasses that like every librarian in movies and stuff wears. She's got like librarian glasses and like a bun, and she wears a business suit. She's very, what does Kit call her? No nonsense. That's it. Yeah, she's very no nonsense and very like buttoned up and like businessy and professional and stuff. Yeah, like I don't think we have anybody who's a robot. I don't think. No, I don't think so. But we do have some animals. And all of us actually have like some animal traits inside. Like inside I have like ears and a tail, like a wolf, only blonde, because I'm blonde. Not out here, obviously, but on the inside. And like even Kit on the inside has like some animal features, like if he's inside. And we think that's probably because like animals were really safe when we were a kid. Like animals were never gonna hurt us. So we think that's probably why. But we actually do have like two full animals. Like one of them is female and the other one is male, and they're both like a cross between a fox and a wolf. So yeah, we've got like all kinds of interesting stuff. And we actually do have like a couple of other like super non-human people. Like we have like a fallen angel and an incubus, but they're like really not cool. So they get to live behind a wall because they're like creepy and like would do really bad stuff to our body. So we don't really want them there. They just get to sit over there until we know what the hell to do with them. I'm sorry, what the heck to do with them. Sorry, I'm trying not to swear. Like I normally swear like a lot, so I'm trying not to because, like I said, I don't know if anybody under 18 is going to watch this, and you know I don't want to be like corrupting the children. That would be bad. So, any other like questions, comments, whatever's anybody? Because like I don't want to just like ramble and like miss your guys' stuff or something. Yeah, our system is like huge. We've got like tons and tons and tons of layers, and Kit doesn't even know all of them. I don't even know all of them. And like I've been to a lot of them. How do we talk to them? Oh, um, like some of them we'd have to try really hard to talk to. Oh, the ones behind the wall specifically. We usually just like talk through the wall. Like we can hear each other through the wall if we want to. But we mostly just stay away from that wall because like some of the stuff they say is like super creepy and icky. No, we really don't want that. Like we've got a guy up here in the front. His name is Anthony, and he's like hate all the time, like super full of hate. And like Kit has been working with him, and Riley's been working with him on like, dude, calm down, okay, just like chill. And so he's gotten like way better, but like he used to say all kinds of like really rude stuff. Like if there was a group of people he could insult, he did. And like I guess Kit wants him to eventually like talk to our therapist. Like most of us don't really talk to the shrink lady because, well, why? But yeah, I guess Kit wants him to like eventually go talk to her and be like, hey, let's deal with your like serious hatred for everybody. But I'm like, whatever. Oh, more questions. What is Kit's sexual preference? Oh, yeah, I can totally give an example without like being creepy. Like his sexual preference is what's called like pansexual. That means like he doesn't care what sex or gender a person is. He's just like whoever he likes, he likes. It's all based on the individual specific person that he finds attractive. They could be a guy, they could be a girl, they could be like a non-binary person, they could be, you know, tall, short, black, white, Asian. He really doesn't care. Just whoever he's interested in, he's interested in. Like me, I am, I guess you'd call me heteroflexible. Like I'm normally attracted to guys, but like obviously my wife in Kit's husband system is a girl. So, you know, I'm sometimes attracted to girls. So yeah, I guess it just like special random people just like, oh hey, she's pretty. That kind of thing. Like we have like so many different sexual preferences in here. We've got like the whole rainbow, I swear to God. Like we've got asexual people, bisexual people, gay people, straight people, um, aromantic people. We got everybody, I swear. I'm pretty sure if there is an identity, there's probably somebody in here who has it. I mean, I can't say for sure. I mean, I really don't know every single one, but like all the ones I've ever heard of, I've met at least one person in our system who has one. So, oh, can I give an example without going creepy for like the people behind the wall? Yeah, like I could give an example. Like, with the incubus guy, like I'm not gonna give their names just because that can like draw their attention and we really don't want that because then they get all awkward at us. But like the incubus guy behind the wall, like he talks about like draining the energy out of people with like adult activities, if you get my meaning. And like he would like do stuff to our body like that way that would like hurt people and like cause a lot of physical and emotional like badness, traumatic kind of no. Yeah. So he would like hurt our body like sexually. Yeah. So no, he's bad. We don't like to talk to him. Like I guess okay, Kit says nobody's really bad. We all just have like stuff to work through. Okay, I get that. But like I still think he's a super creeper. So whatever. Yeah, like Kit's very big on the whole like there's no such thing as a bad system member. And I'm like, okay, sure. Sure. Nobody's bad. They're just some people are really creepy and need to go over there and not be near me. So yeah. But yeah, like we do have like some other people, but they're not like behind a wall. They're like in like jail cells, I guess you could call them. And like they're oh my god, what are they called? Introjects, that's it. An introject is like a person who is like a real outside person. So there are like introjects of the people who did bad stuff to us, and like they would keep doing that bad stuff if we let them, so they're like locked up in jail because no, we don't want that. They're not nice. Oh, thank you for the congratulations. We really appreciate that. That's awesome. Yeah, like Kit was so excited about the 100 subscribers. He was like jumping up and down, and I was like, yay, and jumping up and down at the same time. So it got really confusing. We got a little dizzy. But yeah, like we were so excited because like that's so cool. Like we really didn't think like our channel would like get so many subscribers so quickly. So like yeah, it was really exciting. But yeah, like we work pretty hard like on the videos. Like Kit does like all the tech stuff. Like he gets it all set up, gets all the lighting and all the camera stuff. And then whoever's going to be in the video is, out for the video. Because like a lot of times what we do is we like take videos of different people on different days and then just like smush them together with that program thing that Kit uses for video editing. But yeah, we take all the different video of everybody and we just kind of, and then there it is. So yeah, they're not always taken all on the same day. And so that's why you're able to get videos with lots of different people in it, is because we can do lots of different days, because like that gets really exhausting otherwise. Rapid switching hurts. Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, I know something exciting. So, like, I'm sure that you guys have, learned a little bit about Kit and like me a little bit too, but like, we actually have um a person in our system who you actually haven't met. Her name is Kaylee. She's Berserker's girlfriend. So like they're together. And like she's the only one in our group who's like a cat. Like it's really kind of cool. Like she has cat ears and like a cat tail and cat eyes, and even her teeth look like a cat. And she has little cat paws instead of back feet, and then like finger paw things. I guess she's got like fur up to here and like claws. Like what would you call it? Like a furry, like a furry. She's like a cat furry, and like she's the only one of us who knows how to drive, because all the rest of us are like, no, don't know how to do that. Can't operate the car. So we don't have a driver's license because like she's the only one who knows how to drive, and she's not out often enough to do it. Message retracted. What does that mean? What happened? What 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 does message retracted mean? Did you like erase it or something? I'm confused. Okay. Well, like Lapis, if there's something you want to say, like go ahead. It's okay. Oh, he deleted it. Okay. Well, yeah, like if there's something you want to say, like it's okay. You don't have to like censor what you want to say. You're cool. I promise. It's okay. I see that. He is very excited. That's okay. We're good with excitement. Like over here, I'm always pretty excited. I have a lot of energy, like all the time. Cause like I can stay up until like 2 in the morning and be fine. And then like Kit will come back and be like a zombie. So yeah, we try not to do that. Oh, yay. I like cats and dogs and wolves and animals, really. Yeah, like cats are cool. We used to actually have cats, like as a kid and like as a teenager, but like Kit developed a really bad allergy to cats. So now we can only have hairless cats if we want a cat, or like a hypoallergenic cat or something. I don't know if they have those. But yeah, we could have like hairless cats now. We do have other like pets though. We have 3 dogs, 2 guinea pigs, and some of these pets are our mother's because like we live with her. But 2 hamsters and a bird. The bird like really likes Kit and is like really awkward with me. Like he's like, I don't know you. I don't want to talk to you. But yeah, with Kit, he's like, oh, I love you. So yeah, the bird likes him better. Yes, I'm gonna make sure to put this on the channel. Like, I'm gonna tell Kit to go do that as soon as like we're done. I'm gonna be like, go post this on the channel because I don't know how to do that. I'm like really technologically like ridiculously bad at it. But like, I'm gonna be like, yeah, Kit, go post that on the channel so everybody can see it. So yeah, it'll be there. Oh, I'm sorry you didn't get a notification. That's lame. Like, I super don't know how to make sure you get a notification. I don't even know if Kit knows how to do that. So like we'll work on that. I'll have him like go poke around and see how to make sure people get that stuff. Yeah, we will totes just like post it on the channel and make sure it's there cuz like it said when with the live stuff like that it will archive anything that's like less than 12 hours long. So he should be able to just like pick it up and post it when we're all done. So it should be fine. Oh, do you guys have pets? Like, does anybody out there have any pets? Yes, Kit is married and has a child. Yes. He has a daughter and he is married to his husband. And I'm married, not like with a piece of paper, because like system members can't marry, I guess, because it's lame. But yeah, I'm married to Tandy, who is a girl in Kit's husband's system. So yeah. Oh yeah, you have a cat. Cats are fun. Is it like one of those like little like short-haired cats, or is it like a fluffy cat? You wish you had a pet, or you wish you were married, or had kids? Like which one? Because we were talking about like three different things, so I want to check. So you said you wish you were two, Pierre. So like, is it married, have a kid, or have a pet? I'm not sure which. You have a cat and three turtles. Turtles, wow. Like I've never like had a turtle. Are they cool? Like they look like they'd be cool. Oh, it's a short-haired cat. Ooh, what color is it? What color is it? We had a black cat when we were a kid who was short-haired. Her name was Monster because like she liked to claw people through the stairs. A short haired named Fluffy. That's hysterical. That's awesome. Oh my God. That is so cute. So cute. Oh, you wish you had a kitty. Yeah. I wish we could have cats again too, because they're fun. Because, like, they come up to you when they want attention, and then, they're like, they can go to the bathroom in a box, and you don't have to clean up dog poop. But, oh, it's a striped cat, like a tabby. Oh, that's cool. What color? Like, is it like an orange tabby? Is she gray? Like, I don't know if there are any other kind of tabbies, but like, what kind of tabby? Because like, animals are awesome. We really like animals. Okay. Well, you guys have a good one, Dan and Pierre and anybody else and Raynar and everybody. You guys have an awesome time and go like get your Kit says it was a paper. So go get your paper done. So bye. We will see you another time, you guys. 7 cats, 2 dogs, 4 snakes, and a guinea pig. Wow, that is a full house. That's a lot of cats. Like, you must like have be spending bank on dog food and cat food and snake food. What do snakes eat? Like mice? Yeah. Do they eat live mice or like frozen ones? And guinea pigs are so cute. We have guinea pigs and they're so cute. Like I like to pet them, but they're like super awkward because they're like, wait, why are you touching me? Who are you? Oh, it's fine. Like, that's cool. Um, yes, when the body sleeps, a lot of us actually sleep in our inner world, but not always. Like, Berserker doesn't ever sleep because she doesn't have to. And Kaylee, because she's a cat, she mostly sleeps during the day. And then she's up at night with Berserker, like wandering around, making sure everything's cool and nobody's doing anything they shouldn't be.
But yeah, like we have some people who sleep during the day and are like nocturnal. I guess because they deal with nighttime stuff or like whatever used to be all the bad nighttime stuff, I guess was what they were dealing with. I don't know. But yeah, we have most people sleep at night and then come out during the day. And then like some people sleep during the day and come out at night. Like we actually have a girl who used to be like our host at night. And like, so she can only come out at night. Like she's not even able to come out during the day. So she, I guess I think she sleeps during the day. I'm not really 100% sure. Like, I feel really bad for her though, because like she's got like a lot of like PTSD like stuff. Like she's always having like flashbacks and stuff. And like, oh, she's an age slider. That means that she can change how old she is. Like she can go from like 3 to like 11, depending on what bad memory she's living in. But like, we've been like helping her by like having her be out and like close her eyes so that she's not seeing the bad stuff anymore, and then like touch something that we have out here that we didn't have as like a kid. So we're like trying to help her like come out of that constant flashback stuff. Oh, okay. So the snakes eat frozen mice. Okay, that's good because eating live mice would be kind of sad, I think. Like poor little mice. That would be sad. And you have a cat, Lapis. I like cats and dogs. And yeah, I already said that. Sorry. But yeah, like if we could, we would own like all the animals, all of them. But we can't because there's laws against that and we only have so much room in our house. But like I've always wanted to like go to one of those places. What are they called? Sanctuaries. I've always wanted to go to like a sanctuary for like domestic animals like cats and dogs and stuff and like help feed them and stuff. Like when we were a teenager, like Kit actually had like a part-time volunteer job like at this pet store, like cleaning up after like the cats and helping take care of stuff. And like I helped with that a lot of the time. I didn't really help with the cleaning up the poop because that was gross, but I helped feed them and pet them and brush them and give them water because I really don't want to deal with the gross stuff. I don't like it. But yeah, I'm I guess I'm a little picky, but I really do like animals, so I try to help. And our dogs actually like know who's out here, so like they'll always come over and be like different depending on who's out here. And like the guinea pigs and the bird always seem to know too, and the hamsters are pretty new, so I don't know if they figured it out yet, but yeah, like our animals are like, yeah, hey, it's you, I know you, and like they'll come over and be like, hey, or if it's somebody they haven't seen in a while, they're like, hey, who are you again? I'm not really sure. Oh wait, it's you. Okay, maybe I'll come over. So yeah. Oh, like when it comes to like pets, like does anybody ever like if you have like little animals like guinea pigs or snakes or turtles like you guys are mentioning, do you ever like put them in the bathtub and let them run around? We do that with our guinea pigs. We put them in the bathtub and we let them run around in the bathtub with no water in it, of course. It's just like a towel on the bottom of the bathtub and then we let them run around to get exercise because we live in a desert and it's like really hot outside a lot of the time and they would burn their little feet and that would be really like sad. So yeah, but like we always thought it'd be really cool if we could like take them out like to the park and like put up a pen and let them run in the grass. But I'm pretty sure they spray like pesticides on that grass. So that might be kind of bad. So we probably don't want to do that. But yeah, we have been doing this for like an hour and 24 minutes. So is there anything else anybody else wants to ask? Because we like kind of have to go have lunch soon because like kid's got to make lunch for his daughter and Like his husband's got to get ready for work and stuff because he's got to go to work later this afternoon. So, any other questions before we are done? Anybody? I'm gonna like watch the chat. Oh, yeah, different time zones. We live in the US over in Nevada. So yeah, it's like 12:17 over here. And yeah, cats definitely are useful for grounding. Pets in general, I think, because like you can pet them and love them and cuddle them. We definitely want to have a hairless cat or like a hypoallergenic cat someday because Kit's so allergic to cats. But I'm not allergic to cats, so I could like go and pet all of the kitties and be fine. But then he would come back and like sneeze and have itchy eyes and not be able to breathe. So we can't do that. But anything else anybody wants to say? And that's really awesome, by the way, Ella, that you're here at like 9 p.m. your time, because like that's like awesome. So anything else? I'm just gonna make sure like we're not cutting out on you guys when you have like more stuff you want to say. So I'll give it like 5 minutes. So any more questions or things in the next 5 minutes, and then we gotta end the stream so he can go make lunch and stuff. Oh, but like speaking of grounding, if anybody ever wants to like get help with that, like if you can't have a pet, get like a really soft thing, like a really soft like stuffed animal or something, and like pet it. Because like according to all of the kids in here, that like really helps to like cuddle a stuffed animal. So like if anybody ever like has problems with stuff and they need to like feel better, cuddle a toy, I guess. It's like I guess really helpful, or cuddle a pet. Because pets don't judge you. They're like, whatever, love me. Oh, thank you for the congratulations. That's like super awesome. And we really appreciate it. Cause like, yeah, it's like amazing that we got to like 100 subs so quick. That was really cool. Yeah, cats do kind of seem judgy, but like when they love you, they love you. Like they're like, I want your attention because I want your attention. Like with a cat, like if they're crawling in your lap, they love you. Because otherwise they're just gonna like ignore you. They're funny like that. Like I really like cats, but like dogs are like way more fun for me because they're always happy to see you. Oh, thank you for more congratulations. Yay. So I said like 5 minutes. It's been like 2 minutes. So like 3 more minutes, guys, and then we gotta go. So anybody else want to say anything else? Like whatever you want to say. And if you're not able to like ask us something or comment something and you think of something later, like just post it like under this video when we post it, or like send us an email or like Twitter or whatever, and I'm sure like either Kit will answer it or like he'll tell me or whoever it is you want to talk to answer it when we're like out. So yeah. Who are the ones that have experienced trauma? Okay, well, I experienced trauma. A lot of the kids did. Jeremy did. Really, everybody experienced like some stuff. I mean, even Kit had some stuff because he was one of the first ones of us who were like in here. So he actually experienced like some pretty messed up stuff. But like anytime it got to be really, really bad, like somebody else would come deal with it. Riley, I think, is the only person who doesn't have any. I mean, I could be wrong. Like, I haven't met every single solitary like person in every layer, but I think Riley's like the only person who doesn't have any trauma at all. All the rest of us have some. And like the kids have a lot and it's really sad and like I want to like give them all of the birthday cake and all of the presents ever so they don't be sad anymore because it's really not okay. Oh, you sleep with your cat. That's adorable. When we had cats, they used to sleep on our bed. It was so cute. We can't sleep with our dogs though, because like one of them is huge, like really huge, and he would crush us to death. So yeah, we can't sleep with him. He's too giant. Because he's like what's he called? Oh, a French Mastiff. Yeah, he's a really big dog. He's like 105 pounds, and that's small for a French Mastiff. So he's really big. But yeah, like trauma, like yeah, I think Riley is the only one who hasn't experienced any trauma. It's like all of us. Like I dealt with a lot of really icky stuff. Oh, I'm sorry that big dogs are scary for you. Like our dog is like super cuddly and lovey. He wouldn't hurt a fly. He's like scared of the dark and his own shadow. Like the only time he gets growly is if somebody's like trying to do something bad, like come in the house when they shouldn't be, or like being threatening or creepy or something, and then he'll get growly. But otherwise, like he's a giant sweetheart. I'm really sorry that dogs that are like big scare you. That sucks. I'm sorry. I guess like go give all the love to the little dogs and like the medium-sized dogs. Because like dogs are awesome and I'm oh my god, I'm sorry. That's sad. We don't ever want anybody to be like scared. So that's like that sucks. So one more minute, guys, and then we got to get going. Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, we live in a desert, so it's really hot here a lot. So that's also why Kit has the giant blackout thing back there. It's because like the sun is like blinding and it comes up in the summertime really, really early. And nobody wants to be awake at that hour because that's gross. Like, Kit gets up early to get up with his daughter. I really don't like to get up until like 10, personally. So I'm like, no, I'm just going to stay inside and sleep until like I decide to get up. Sometimes I'll get up a little earlier, but like mostly I like to get up at like 10 or like noon. So, I mean, like noon only if I've been like partying or something, but we haven't done that in a long time. Oh, okay. So you don't want any dogs. Okay. Because they're just like really energetic. That's okay. I guess give all the love to like the cats and the other animals. So yeah, I guess just give all the love to the other animals that aren't like super hyper. You'd probably like if you don't want an animal with like lots and lots of energy, you could probably like if you wanted a dog, if you ever want a dog that like doesn't have a lot of energy, Kit said that French bulldogs are like really small and like super chill. So there's that. Do we have a job? Um, well, yeah, like we treat YouTube like a job too. Like we put a lot of time and energy into it, but like Kit also like teaches people how to cook, like who have food allergies and stuff, or who like got like a diagnosis from a doctor and now they can't eat certain stuff, and he like helps them like learn how to cook the new foods they need to eat and stuff. And he also bakes for people and like sells them cakes. Like he wants to open his own bakery someday, but like we don't have enough money for a space that big yet. So we kind of have like a part-time cooking, baking job, and then we do YouTube. And even though we're like not making money off YouTube, we treat that like a job because it's important, because like we really want to like help people learn more about us and about like DID and stuff. Kit says eventually, like when we get to a place where like we have way more videos and stuff going and stuff like that, that he does eventually want to like set up a Patreon account for people, and they can donate if they want to, and like provide like thank you cards and stuff for people who donate and stuff, just to help like buy better equipment and stuff, because the equipment stuff gets expensive. Yeah, so thank you everybody for being here and like talking to me and talking to Kit and like just being awesome. And we really appreciate all of you, and we hope all of you have a good like day and night and afternoon or whatever time it is where you are. So bye guys, see you next time. Oh, what equipment do we use? We have a GoPro. It's a GoPro camera, and then we have like camera lighting like up there. That's what's making the light. And it was like $600 worth of equipment that we've bought over time to like do all this. So yeah, I don't know a ton about all like that tech stuff, but yeah, we have like $600 in equipment that we've bought to like make our videos better and make it easier to see us and hear us and all that good stuff. Alrighty guys, bye. If you have any more questions, like post them as comments or email. Yeah, we spend a lot of money because this is really important to us. So we really want to like do the best job we can. So like we spent money to make sure that we could really put out good stuff. But see you guys.